Guys, you will not believe what I have just found. Take a look at this. Now, this is my freezer, nothing special. But when I open it, I found someone. What is bloody Cole Palmer doing here? You get it, bloody Cole Palmer, because this minifigure has, red spots, and he was in the freezer because he's cool. So, what am I even talking about? Well, in today's video, I'm going to be discussing the coldest man on the planet, Cole Palmer's chances of winning this year's Ballon d'Or. Well, to be honest, his stats this season are very good, but not as crazy as last season. He had 29 goals in last season, guys, and 22 alone in the Prem. That is a lot, and I think he was second in the Golden Boot race, only second to one. No, he was third. First was Haaland, second was Isak, and then the third one was Cole Palmer. Very good for an attacking midfielder or a midfielder or a right mid, or I don't know what he is. He's a versatile player, but he's more, kind of a playmaker who likes to score penalties. Alright, let's cut short to the chase, and let's start with the most important factor of all. You guessed it, the stats. 18 goals and 14 assists in 54 matches. Well, pretty decent starts. So yeah, 18 goals, 14 assists as a midfielder, attacking midfielder. I've just gone through that. These are pretty good stats for the kind of a player he is. But I think that he should have gotten, a little bit more assists because he is a playmaker. But considering that he created 87 chances in the Premier League alone, this shows you that up top there wasn't many good strikers to convert the goal. Hopefully, now that João Pedro and Liam Delap are in the striker and cam role, second striker, you could say, there might be more Cole Palmer assists coming than goals. But 4 of these 18 goals were penalties, and in the Premier League he scored 15 goals, which is still a lot. But we can't ignore the fact that he ghosted for a long time in the Premier League, but then he came back and with an absolute bang. Well, he had 0.42 goals per 90. Not that crazy, but for a midfielder, it's good. 0.65 GA per 90. Alright, again, good. But mind you, Michael Olise had almost 1 GA per 90. You might say, no, he's more of an attacking player, attacking winger type, right mid. I don't know what you say. But Cole Palmer should have had more assists, I think. That's not on him. That's on the striker up top, Nicholas Jackson. Alright, his season-long XG was 17.22, and unfortunately he scored 15 goals, so yep, he fell short of his expected goals. He scored 1 hat-trick and 4 penalties, and he scored a goal every 213 minutes he played. And out of his 86 shots, 50 of them were on target, and he scored a goal every 5.73 shots he took. His season-long XA was 10.28, although his number of assists in the Prem were 8. So yep, again the blame would be on the striker or the attackers or any player that was up top who had the chance but then bottled it. So yep. And out of his attempted 1258 passes, he was able to complete 1049 of them with an accuracy of 83.4. Well, these are good, but considering that most of his passes are, risky kind of passes that he has to just give in the through balls, which might be intercepted. So that just explains why the passing accuracy is not as good as other midfielders, but it's still great. How can I complain? I'm not even a manager, not even a Chelsea fan, not even an England fan. Who am I then? I'm a regular man sitting on YouTube and saying some stuff. Yep, that's who I am, and that's who I will be and will continue to be. Alright. He created 87 chances, as I mentioned earlier, and whipped in 139 crosses, out of which only 34 were successful. Out of his 88 attempted dribbles, he had 45 successful ones with a dribble success rate of 51.144. So, yeah, that is a good accuracy on the dribbles, and he won 140 out of the 249 ground duels he was involved in, and won only 2 aerial duels. Well, he's not that kind of player who will be a beast in the air, so 2 aerial duels, yeah, it's justified, I think. Alright, now I have successfully given to you the stats, and now up until now you might have gotten the idea that his season was good, but not so much, amazing, just according to the stats, that we should be giving him Ballon d'Or shouts. Well, that's the thing, my friends. Cole Palmer might not be the man about the stats, but he is the man of the biggest of the occasions. Well, against Brighton in a Premier League match, it ain't really a big occasion, alright, but scoring 4 goals at the midfield, it is. And one of those goals was a golazo free kick. Man, at the time I thought that there was no player in the world better than Cole Palmer, but oh boy, how wrong was I. Well, that might not have been a little bit wrong to suggest that at that time, but even now he's doing okay. He is injured right now, but up in the Club World Cup he showed his class. Speaking of which, he also gave 2 assists, and you guessed it, in a competition final. Not only a competition, but the most prestigious European competition, the UEFA Europa Conference League final against Real Betis, the team with the most aura because of Anthony. Unfortunately, Anthony's Aura FC lost the match, but due to Cole Palmer brilliance. I remember that lob pass to Enzo Fernandez. Oh my god, what was that pass? It was the 65th minute, they were 1-0 down, and to pull off that kind of pass, oh my god. And I think that he was the one to whip in a low cross to Nicholas Jackson. Yep, I think he was the one. So he got 2 assists in that match, and also went home with a UEL trophy. UECL trophy. So yep. They qualified for the Champions League, although they could have qualified for the Europa League as well. But good to see that Chelsea has finally started to win things now. And the most important thing for Chelsea last season, I think, was the Club World Cup, winning the Club World Cup and beating a team in the final which everyone thought was absolutely unbeatable. Yup, PSG. I don't know how Enzo Maresca's team was the one to just find the kryptonite of this super PSG team, but they did, and successfully did, and monstrously, if that's the word, they did it in that way, and beat PSG courtesy of Cole Palmer's 2 goals. Both of them were copy paste of another, so yeah, he is a very consistent player in that. And I mean that, scoring in finals, assisting in finals, and not to mention he also got an assist to, I think it was Joao Pedro. So yep, Cole Palmer, I know I got you out of the freezer. Now you might be feeling a little warm, but you are an air conditioner to me. So let me just put you back here so you can just sleep. Alright. So finally, I'm going to be giving my opinion as to, is Cole Palmer a deserved Ballon d'Or winner or not? Well, if I'm being honest, he's obviously not, because although he has won the Conference League, the most prestigious European competition, and the real most prestigious competition, which has just started this year, the Club World Cup, which nobody in this world expected them to win, but they won it. So yeah, 2 trophies I think aren't enough, because there are people with 6 trophies and potentially 7 trophies. I'm talking about Nuno Mendes, João Neves, Vitinha as well, and Ashraf Hakimi even. Ashraf Hakimi now. It was Khwicha Kvaratskhelia, because he won the Serie A. He got the medal, alright. So, yup. Good season by him, but it ain't Ballon d'Or worthy. But I'm pretty sure that most of you had thought that this year would be Cole Palmer's year. So I think that he might just win the Ballon d'Or next season if Chelsea does great. Who knows? Fair shout, I guess. But not this season. He may just finish, in the top 25. That would be a decent shout, I think. So that was it for today's video. And don't forget to give your opinion down in the comment section. I love to read your comments. And until next time, adios.